First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.
Joy, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Are you ready for this?
Barely. I mean, I couldn't
anyone?
sleep. No, I rarely do I get myself all dolled up for a guest, but I was so excited for this one.
Yeah, you look great. Awake and alive.
My Mystic Tan appointment fell through, so I don't have the glow that I was hoping for, but you know, I got my hair dolled up and I couldn't sleep last night because I have been waiting for this guest since I joined Drama Queens.
Yeah.
And I was devastated to learn that this guest was not in season 7 or 8. So I have had to wait.
Waiting has paid off because he's finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the inimitable Tyler Hilton.
Oh, look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Look at you guys.
For those of you not watching on YouTube, apparently Tyler has Benjamin Button's disease because he looks younger than he ever has and twice as handsome. The glow up is real.
Coming from the GOAT.
You look great. Where are you, Tyler?
Same. I'm in my little studio in Canada.
Okay,
Actually,
fun.
Today, speaking of Canada, I wasn't going to say anything, but earlier today I had my Canadian citizenship ceremony, so I'm now officially a dual citizen. So I had to do it on Zoom today. Had it all set up, and I had to sing the national anthem with all these other immigrants in French, and for the first half of it, I was like, okay, this is a little much, and then by the end, I was teary-eyed, and I was like, whoa, I'm really feeling this, you know? It was really cute. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. It's like Meg Ryan in French Kiss. You know, when she goes to the immigration office, she's like, I want to be just like you. She starts singing the anthem. Please let me in. Meg Ryan in French Kiss, with that movie with Kevin Kline. And she desperately wants to be a Canadian citizen, but they won't let her because she lied on her application. It's a great movie. Anyway. Yeah.
It would have been great if you had asked the other citizens to shush. If you guys, I've dropped a lot of albums. Maybe you let me take this one.
If I may.
Yeah.
Welcome to the pod, bud.
Oh my God. It's a Tyler Hilton super fan. Oh my God. Chris Keller side piece. Oh my God.
What Tyler is referring to, dear listeners, is that Joy and I changed our Zoom names. Joy changed hers to Chris Keller's side piece, and I changed mine to Tyler Hilton super fan.
Oh my God.
Oh, listen, for anybody out there who doesn't already know, I mean, obviously you've watched the show with us. You know who Tyler is. You know Chris Keller. But we also need to tell you, there's this great bio that our producers put together that I would be remiss not to read at least some of this. It's just so good. Yes. Friends, Tyler Hilton is both an actor and accomplished singer-songwriter and began his professional music career in 2000. Then in 2004, released his first major label album, The Tracks of Tyler Hilton. So then first he goes off and plays Elvis Presley in the Golden Globe Award-winning Best Motion Picture, Walk the Line. And then we got him on One Tree Hill as Chris Keller. He went on, he did guest appearances on Castle. He was on CBS's Extant. He's done a string of amazing Christmas movies and Lifetime. He was, one of People Magazine's 50 Most Beautiful People.
Oh my.
And aside from that, and then being in the MGM feature Charlie Bartlett opposite Robert Downey Jr., he also appeared in Taylor Swift's hit video Teardrops on My Guitar. So we're really happy to have you and all of your amazing resume joining us once again.
I didn't mention I can also do 15 unbroken push-ups. I should add that to the end of that.
And the Canadian national anthem, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Hilton.
In French.
if I'm led.
That's impressive.
That's cool.
Wow.
Thank
you know, one of the things I like about doing the show is that I learn new things about people I already know pretty well, like a lot with Soph and Joy. And right now I didn't know about a third of those things. And I mean, I already knew how accomplished you were and how talented you are, but dang, my friend.
Dude.
50 most beautiful people. How did that feel?
Can I tell you something? If I was making the list, you would be in the top 5. You'd have made top 5 most beautiful people.
That's right.
Wow.
I demand a recount. What year was that?
It was a long time ago, like probably like 05 or something.
I bet if they did it now, you'd crack top 10.
They'd be like, who?
For sure.
You should resubmit yourself for that. That's how that
For
works, right?
The 40 plus category, maybe.
Yeah, they take submissions. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine how hilarious and equally sad and cringe it would be if we actually launched our own press campaign to be featured in the next Us Weekly's Most Beautiful People magazine? Or is it People? People magazine?
People magazine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We each go like $150,000 in the hole just putting up ads of ourselves being like, for your consideration. And it's just like us eating a popsicle on a hot day shirtless.
Sending gift baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
I want to see that. I want to see that calendar, the two of you just trading off month to month. Just
Oh my God.
That's what I want to see.
We'll be the first duo that would submit together for a spot on the 50 most. Maybe not individually, but together, combined. Do we make the list potentially?
Yes.
For sure. The most beautiful person combined.
Yes, with our combined hotness, we could definitely crack the top 20.
Yeah, our combined qualities, taking the best of both.
Yeah.
Are we now competitive? I like
You've
that.
got my vote.
Thank you for pumping me up.
Right now, we're going to do a Q&A. So I think we should just launch into some of these questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So our first one is from Sydney. She's asking you who your dream person is to write, perform, and produce with, living or dead.
Oh my God.
Great question.
I mean, probably
Sydney.
Elvis, to be honest. I was actually, sometimes I go through these like little phases where I just get really into Elvis again. And like recently I've been getting into it again. And I like, every time I circle back, I'm like, why do I like Elvis so much? I don't know, but there's something about him and his vibe and his music that like speaks to me. And if I could, I would love to be in the studio with him. Also, on that note, I realized I'm living what would have been his last year of his life. So as like a young Elvis fan, this is a crazy year for me because I've always thought about that as I was growing up. What's it going to be like one day to, God willing, be older than Elvis one day, you know, because he's always been so much older. And this year is like, you know, would be the last year of his life. So funny you asked that, but I'm going through like an Elvis resurgence personally where I'm like, whoa, feeling some like weird juju and like just connected again or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Did you feel that way about him before you landed the role of playing Elvis?
Yeah. Like I was in for Halloween like almost every year as a kid. Like I was obsessed with him. And I went into for Walk the Line. I don't know if I told you this, but like to be an extra, to literally be like in Johnny Cash's background band. And they were like, hey, do you know any Elvis songs? And I was like, yeah, I know all of them. Like, that's my vibe, is Elvis.
What?
So I played him a bunch of Elvis songs, and they were like, oh, will you come back and read some lines? And I was like, as what? And they were like as Elvis. And I was like, in this movie? Like, I was looking at the story. It was so weird. And I was like, and then I got the part. Have I not told you this? I got the part, and then I said no, because I was like, oh, I'm not playing Elvis. No. I came in to be an extra, like a musician. I can't play my favorite person in the whole world. There's no way. And I've never acted before professionally. I'm not playing Elvis. And they were like, are you sure? And I was like, 100% without a doubt. There's no way I'm doing this. Like, no way. And then I ran into Joaquin Phoenix in a bar. I can't believe I told you anything.
Stop it right now.
No, this is, I can't, I thought you were going to say, guys, Tyler, I've heard this story a million times.
Never heard this before.
So I ran into him in a bar, and I was underage, and so I was buzzed. I probably had like a beer or something. And I told my friend, I was like, oh, that's Joaquin Phoenix. I just tried out for this movie he's doing. I was like, I'm gonna go say hi. And so I went up to him and I was like, hey man, I read your script. It's so good, and like good luck with it. And he goes, you're Tyler Hilton. I've never done anything. I've never even released an album at this point. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I saw your audition tape. You have to fucking do the movie. And I was like, wait. I was like, no. I was like, oh, here was the mistake. I came in to be in Johnny Cash's background band, and they asked me to read lines, and then I'm not an actor. And he was like, I don't even care. He's like, they're trying to cast musicians for these other roles. Now looking back, I think what they were doing is asking musicians to come in and then pulling guys that they thought were like the other characters, and they wanted real musicians to play these other guys. So it ended up being played by all these signed artists and stuff like Jerry Lee and all this. And he was like, dude, I'll stand on an apple box. Because that was the first time I remember hearing the word apple box. I never heard that before. He's like, I'll do whatever. You got to do this. And he told me, he's like, Reese and I have been taking guitar lessons, vocal lessons for like 2 years. We are so out of our element. I promise no matter how nervous you are, we are like more nervous. And that was the last time he was ever that normal and nice again. After that, he went into method acting world, and I never met that guy. No, I don't think I ever met that guy again, because even when we were doing promo, he was on to some weird other thing, and he was just always in some weird character. He was so clear and so nice and charming. And so I called my agent from that bar, and I was like, you won't believe this. Like, is that role still available? And she's like, I don't know. Like, we turned it down so hard. So she called me back and she's like, yeah, they said you could do it. Isn't that crazy?
I cannot get my jaw off the floor.
I was too into Elvis to do it. I was like, no, I can't do it.
Oh my God. That's unreal.
Unreal.
Truly.
And like and it's such a good like example of how stupid I am at making career decisions. Like, I am horrible. I've always been bad. Like, I'll be like, I don't know if I should do that. And then it would have been something I should have done. I'd be like, you know what I want to do? And it's like the worst idea ever. Like, I should just go with the flow more. You know, this is like my big lesson in life. But yeah, I was so adamant, like, no, I'm not doing it.
This reminds me of the time you turned down the lead of Guardians of the Galaxy because you thought it might turn out corny. And it ended up doing all right.
Okay. That's the best Hollywood story. That's like Marilyn Monroe getting discovered at the soda fountain, which who knows if that actually happened or not.
I can't believe
that's
I
unreal.
never told you guys that. That's crazy.
Wow.
And it was great because the whole vibe of the movie was everyone was so out of their element. Like, everyone was just nervous, and it was beautiful, you know? Like, so it didn't feel like, oh, Reese Witherspoon. It felt like they were nervous to be around us. We were all nervous to be around them. And it was like, it was a vibe. Crazy.
Love that.
Awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, I love Elvis. And good question. Thank you.
Samantha asks, storylines aside, which main character would you want Chris to be endgame with?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't want to get my ass kicked, but I think like Haley would be a nice little ending there.
Ooh. You'd have some serious redeeming to do. I mean, Chris Keller would have to work hard to redeem himself.
God, I was watching that episode and I was like, dang, it's like relentless Chris Keller all the time. He never stops. He has one mode. But he never stopped being into Haley, which is so funny. Like, even at the end, he's just like, he had girlfriends, he had whatever, but like, I think that's one of the charming things is he genuinely was into this chick. Do you know what I mean? Which is so funny. For like more than 9 years, because you guys jumped ahead. For like, what, 15 years he's been into the same chick? It's crazy.
It's a testament to you, though, that Chris Keller is the fact that he's adored, let alone even liked on the show. Because if you just look at the lines on the page, dude, it is a one-note Lothario dialed up to a 12. Yeah. And the fact that you thread the needle so well between being charming with glimpses of vulnerability on top of that, boy, just in the hands of a lesser actor, that role would have been a disaster.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time on this podcast. Whenever you're in scenes, we're just like, I don't know how he does it. It's kind of a magical thing.
I don't know what happened, but I can't believe either I or the character have not got canceled yet. But like it's like a weird thing. There must be something in it that like something about me as a person or an actor is like, no way this guy is good for it. He's writing checks that he can't cash, so we can throw whatever lines that we want at him, and there's no way he's gonna. I don't know, something about it, but
yeah,
yeah, there is something to be said for there is an implicit likability to you. Like if you just watched the show on mute, you'd be like, oh, this is one of the good guys. And so I think,
great, yeah, it's a great point.
It buys you a lot of leeway. Whereas I think if we just had some smoldering sex pylon playing the role, not to say that you can't do that, but you know what I'm saying? Like if it was Joe Manganiello doing it, I don't know if it would have worked.
Yeah. No, I don't think it would have.
There is something like, I think generally like harmless about Chris Keller, something about it that allows it to get away with it or something. I don't know. Or me, I don't know.
Well, there's certainly an internal joy in you. I mean, that I've known since I've known you. There's this baseline of joy in your person within you that no matter what. And again, to Rob's point, like, not that you couldn't as an actor play something that's heavier and darker, because you have those depths within you. That's one of the things that makes you such a good songwriter. But there's still this like baseline of joy, I think, that really comes out, especially in Chris, that if you watch it on mute, you're just like, that's a happy, goofy guy. Like, yeah, whatever he's saying.
That is funny. It is funny too, like the longer that we're actors, I'm sure you like are getting the sense of this. There's like an essence we have that we constantly get cast for, whatever that is, you know? Yes. And with all the competition out there and all the people from around the world zooming in or doing whatever for a role, the thing that you can't, that makes you competitive is that essence, whatever that is. It's so weird. And anyway, that's interesting. But I don't know what that is. That's really interesting though. It's funny.
Okay, well, Skylar's asking, how have the friendships that you've made from One Tree Hill impacted your life?
Oh my God. I was thinking about the episode, and I know we'll talk more about it later, but I remember when we were doing this ties to the question, the police scene. For whatever reason, I remember that day because it was one of the first times you and I had got a chance to really hang out in years, because when I came back to the show, we weren't doing conventions or anything then. And so it had been 4 or 5 years since I'd done the show. And I remember I saw you at the table read with your new baby. Yeah. And, like it had been that long. And then we didn't really hang, even in the first few episodes. It was quick scenes. It was this and that. We were filming you or a new mom. But that day we happened to be at that police station for an extended period of time, and there were no other cast members. I don't know but I remember thinking, oh, it's so cool to see Joy again and actually like catch up. And I forgot about that till I watched the episode. But that's just to say that these conventions have given us such an opportunity to continue to hang multiple times a year. And so I go through these phases where I get close with different cast members at different times. And recently, Rob and I connected at the Drama Queens Boston thing that you guys had us at. And we literally made a conscious effort. We were like, why aren't we best friends? I don't know. I can't figure it out. And we were like, let's do it. And we just have stayed in touch, like on almost a daily basis.
I was going to say, how often do you guys talk?
Just about every day.
What?
No joke. Yeah, like at least a check-in, but like it's just I've always thought he's, so cool, so smart. I look up to him in so many ways, and we're going through so many similar things, being dads, small towns that are new to us. And it was just like, why don't we do this? Like, let's just do this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we just became friends, and it's so funny. And I go through different phases like that. Lee and I were so close in the first few seasons. Chad and I were really close when we were roommates, but it's great. There's so many cast members and so many years that it really gives you time to like get to know everybody over time, You and I were so close when we were touring and on the road together, so it's just cool, really cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, Alicia wants to know, what was your favorite storyline for Chris Keller?
I mean, all the season 9 stuff was like great. Like, I mean, you're not watching the podcast, I'm sure. Well, I don't want to give away anything just in case, but like asked me to come back and do the last season. And I was like, I'll see if I can or something. He's like, read the first page of the first episode and then decide. And I was like, why? And the first page of the first episode is Chris Keller and Dan Scott in a car. Chris cocks his shotgun and says, Chris Keller doesn't like this. And they exit the car. And I was like, what? You're giving Chris a gun? In this season?
And he's hanging out with Dan? What?
Was it a loaded gun?
Oh.
Super fan.
Like, yeah, I'm so in. He's like, I just had a feeling if you read the first page that you would be in. And I was just like, so yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to say like the riverboat stuff where, I get a bunch of crazy people and jump off. Was fun, but nothing like saving the day with a gun and, going up against the Russian mob. That was fun.
That's so good. Hey, how about the well, well, well? Katie wants to know, was Chris Keller's well, well, well scripted or something that you just added in?
Totally scripted. It's funny you say that because like the first few episodes, I was like, who says this? How do I even say this? Like there were so many things like that I was just like at first. And then even like talking about myself in third person, I was just like, it took me a couple episodes to be like, who is this? You know? And then it was so fun. And then all of a sudden just switched over. I was like, oh my God, this is so fun.
What's so funny about that is that, to me anyway, is that our creator used to say that in real life all the time. Well, well, well.
Yeah.
And the fact that he wrote that in for Chris Keller as like, I don't know what it was supposed to be, but I don't think it was supposed to come across as like slimy as it does, but that's all it can come across as because that's what it is.
Yeah. I started realizing that too, it was a lot of like Cyrano de Bergerac-ing or whatever. Like there was a lot of like him writing stuff that I think,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's very like, there was a lot of in there, you know, like, and a lot of his humor, I think. And that well is definitely, I was like,
I don't know if I'd elevate that to Cyrano, but I can certainly see the...
I definitely think Chris Keller was a proxy for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that he was writing in some of his own stuff. But again, it's a testament to you, though, that line actually became so endearing and sort of a trademark, likable thing. Yeah. You know, because like the reality of how that line and who was saying that line was absolutely not charming. But the fact that like I like it now when I hear the well, it's like it's sort of like the Pavlov's bell. I'm like, oh, here comes some good stuff.
Absolutely.
I imagine also because we have Jessa had asked, did you like that Chris Keller spoke in the third person? There's a lot of questions about that, but I'm wondering because on the page, especially, he was such just like a womanizing jerk, right? Did it help you that you got to speak in the third person? Because in a way, it's sort of like you are getting to distance yourself. Like it's an extra layer of distance between you and that character. Did that help at all?
You know what? I hate to say it, but it became so easy for me to be that guy, that cocky. I like it. I don't even think I wanted to be distanced from it. Like there is a part of me that is that, or at least thinks that's funny, that doesn't get to do that. And I think there's something about that is like, I feel I have so much fun doing that I don't even want to be distanced from it. There was a few times I would be in scenes with Sophia where after we would cut, she would be like, I hate you so much right now. And I got such pleasure out of that. It's like not something I would be like in real life, you know? And it was just so fun to get to be that annoying with no repercussions. I don't know I'll figure that out in therapy later, but it was like, that was just, it's just delicious, you know? And just being the third person was just another example of that where it's like, oh my God, it's so fun.
Isn't that just sort of a thing I feel like with all actors where we enjoy playing opposites? So if you are someone who's like, you're a very kind, you know, maybe a people pleaser, whatever it is, if you're a nice person, to get to really sort of exercise that mean muscle that you have let atrophy for so long feels really good. It's very fun.
I love it. I loved it. And I've done more like bad guys, assholes than I've done like good guys. And I've way more fun doing that than like being like, wow, you're like a really good guy in that movie. Like, it's like fun, you know, it's like fun. But I also tend to find too that a lot of times, except, I mean, not always, but a lot of the guys who are really big actors for being really charming, good guys aren't always, you know what I mean? And I see that get worked out that way too, you know, that it helps for them to have a script and a character to be that.
Yeah.
Name names, Tyler. Name names.
Do it.
Let's jump to Chelsea's. Obviously, we all want to know what it was like working with T Swift. That's Taylor Swift, for those of you who didn't know that. In Teardrops on
singer.
My Guitar. Yeah, she does the pop music. Quite popular.
She used to be a country singer. Now she's doing some pop music and stuff.
Yeah.
Used to be a kid. Now she's a lady.
Mm-hmm. She's like a huge One Tree Hill fan. So that's how it happened. I mentioned to her, like, I mentioned in some magazine that I liked this new song she had called Tim McGraw. It was her first song. And she happened to see it and was like a big fan of mine. Like had watched all these dumb tour videos I'd ever done, like was a huge like fan, like knew all these deep inside Tyler
This
fans.
sounds like a girl with a crush is what that sounds like.
No, she was full on, and she was 15 and I was like 21. So I was so much older and you know, she was just like, and she hit up the magazine, her management did, and was like, oh my God, she's such a big fan. She's playing at this biker bar in San Bernardino in Southern California. She'd love to invite him to come if he wants to come. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, that's funny. Like, you know, like, she's a fan, huh? Okay, cool. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'll go. Like, you know, flattery. It's like, I was like down. So I went to go see her and she's literally playing in this biker bar and she was awesome. And she was like, I'm going to play your version of Missing You from One Tree Hill. Would you get up on stage and sing it with me? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, she's like very forward like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I could do that. And then while I was on stage with her, she goes, I wanted to ask you on stage because I didn't want you to say no, but will you be in my music video? Yeah,
This is a 15-year-old?
Yeah, then I was like, oh my God, this girl. And I was thinking like, you can always say no later, but of course on stage I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, that sounds fun, but I was just like, dang, this girl doesn't quit, you know? And then backstage,
Wow.
she's like, no, I didn't mean to like embarrass you, but obviously like I'm doing the video for my second single. If there's any way you'd be into doing it. And I like called my label. I was like, can I even do this? Like, I don't, you know, and they were like, yeah, if you want, it's probably like fine. Like it couldn't hurt to do this girl's music video. Like you're just some random teenage country singer, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I went out there, we became really good friends and her family were cool. And when I ended up moving out to Nashville a couple years later, they let me like live on their houseboat and I like stayed with them while I was getting my like settled in and yeah, I got to hear, yeah, it's just like stayed in touch with them and they were awesome. It ended up being such a cool, and now I'm watching her become the biggest star in the entire world.
Yeah.
You know, that was so weird. Not just famous, you know, we see, it's so exciting to see you guys do your thing and watch people, but she became one of the biggest musical acts of all time. That was it's really weird.
It's incredible.
But I like saw her play in like the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. We were both playing a show in Texas. I was playing this tiny bar. She was playing the Cowboy Stadium in 2019 for her Netflix thing. And I ended up in the VIP section with her parents. And they're literally still like this, like, Tyler, isn't she doing such a good job? And I'm like, yeah, she's like the biggest star in the world. But they're still just like so excited, like filming her and just like singing along. It's really cute. They're such a charming family, and all that like dorky stuff is like real. Like she really is. That's real.
That's so cool.
Johan, this is a question. I did not submit this under a fake name, even though Johan sounds like a fake name I would use. What is the worst thing about Rob? Like the worst thing about him you like the most?
Oh,
swear to God, I didn't write this.
This is a good one.
It is. Hurt my feelings.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait for this. What a good roast.
The worst thing about Rob.
Do you want to take a minute and noodle on it?
I mean, there's just things that like are so annoying because you're so good at so many things that's annoying. But I will say my favorite thing about Rob, I'll tell you, that I always forget and I need to remind myself because it just really rounds out the whole thing, is that he's really good at magic. I just love that about you. I love that you're a tough, buff dude who's good looking, a great actor, a great dad, and also can do magic. I just love that. That's my favorite thing about you.
Thanks, Johan.
And I'm going to spend the rest of the episode trying to think of something I really don't like about you. That's my favorite thing I don't like.
Can I pitch you something I think could be a contender for this? Is when I am with friends, I have a very well-known tendency to order far too much food.
Oh, that's a good
And
one.
I get as close to peer pressuring as a 44-year-old should when it comes to like, eat more with me. Hey, you should try this. Have you tried that one? I would say it can be a little. So I would say I can sort of push people to nearly giving themselves a hernia.
You know why I love that though about you? Because with other friends, I'm the guy that's like, can I have one more bite? Is that messed up? And with you, it's not that way. It's like, dude, you're going to hit that again, hit that one more time. You know?
The last convention that you and I did in Chicago, our day started with, or I said the night before was you and I ordering like $60 worth of waffles, crepes, and cakes. Just for the two of us to my hotel room. And then the next morning,
cookies covered in chocolate and ice cream.
Cookies covered in chocolate.
Grapes.
Yep.
Oh my God.
This was the Chicago convention?
Yeah.
Nobody called me?
Oh.
I absolutely would have eaten that with you guys. I mean, you were doing your thing. You haven't seen each other in a while. It's fine.
Well, we're just looking for people to food rage with
Count
us,
me in for a chocolate Nutella crepe.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Strawberry Nutella crepe? I'm in.
Okay. All right. The snack crew just grew by one.
Dude, next convention, we're going to get dirty. I can't
Are we
wait.
all going to see each other in Paris?
I'm not going to Paris on this.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
When is it? Is it now, September-ish?
Early October, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's one next spring maybe that I might be doing, but I'm not.
What about Halloween? Are you guys doing the Halloween one? Are we all there for that?
Hollow Trickmas or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, we are. And in fact, that's our finale. We're doing a live Drama Queens finale, and then we're also live streaming it for people who want to get tickets. So we're gonna be there.
This is such good news. This is so sad and funny. I've already told Tyler all about this, but Joy, do you like cornbread?
I love good cornbread. If it's not dry.
I got a spot. I discovered it the last time I was in Wilmington. We'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
We're going to
Is it
have
a barbecue
party.
Place? Oh, I'm so excited. What?
It's a place you would not expect. Arby's. No.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. What's your favorite One Tree Hill memory on or off screen? That's from Chels. Another Chels.
Oh, some of us went up on the roof with some drinks and our red Solo cups at the end of season 9 when we were in the Trick episode. We were doing the last episode. We're all in Trick, and we kept leaving to go up on the roof with our drinks, and it was so beautiful. It felt so great. We were up there. It was like sunset, and it started to sink in that it was ending, and we were getting senioritis, and it was just like beautiful. I just remember thinking like, I really like the end of it really hit hard for me. Like I didn't expect it to. I was like, like on to the next thing. That's how it was most of the show. And then right at the end, it really hit me like, whoa, this has been such a moment for me. I started when I was 19, did my 21st birthday there, knew you guys the whole time, as we grew up, I mean, it's crazy. It really hit me. So that was beautiful. I was
You were
so
19?
grateful. Yeah.
I did not realize you were 19 when you started the show. Wow.
Yeah, because I must have just about to turn 20, and then by the next year I was, something like that. Yeah, crazy.
Awesome.
Well, Tyler, not only are you one of the most beautiful people, as People Magazine noted accurately, you're one of the most interesting and likable, and this has been a delight. And thankfully, we get to keep you around for the episode 905 recap. But for this Q&A, which I'm just going to say is going to go down as one of the greats, thank you for joining us. And tune in next week, gang, as we have the man, the myth, the legend, Tyler Hilton himself to recap 905.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at DramaQueensOTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iHeartRadio.com.
See you next time. We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.